Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we took care of pretty much everything there was to take care of throughout the Hoenn region that we hadn't done yet. And in this episode, we are now heading off to Victory Road. This is it, guys. The final battles are coming up. So, starting off, we obviously are going to want to use a Super Repel. Now, I said that I was going to be using an HM Slave in this area, and that I decided what it was I was going to use. But I'm not going to be doing that quite yet because, well, if you have difficulty with this game, I highly suggest you save before coming further because look who it is. Hi, Emil. I bet you're surprised to see me here. Made it all the way here, and it's all thanks to you. Great! Emil, losing to you that time made me stronger, but I'm not going to lose anymore. I'm going to win for the Pokemon that gave me courage and strength. Okay, here I come. For the sixth to last boss fight in the game, we have Wally. And he's actually kind of tough this time. So, he is going to be starting off with Altaria with the moves Safeguard, Dragon Dance, Aerial Ace, and Dragon Breath. I'm starting out with Kappa because I want to start using Fake Out. You might notice the Kappa has Waterfall. Despite the fact that I don't want to have Waterfall on Kappa ultimately, because Waterfall is weaker than Surf, I kinda, and it doesn't flinch in this game either, so there's no reason to have it over Surf. I kinda think that I'm gonna have it temporarily here just because there are waterfalls in this area that we'll need to get past if we want to get everything. So as a result, I'm just going to have Waterfall on it temporarily, and I'll be sure to reach each in Surf by going to the move deleter in Lilicum City and just using my HM on it again. And that does it for Altaria. Not bad at all. His team is no different between Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Only difference is that if you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, you'll fight him at the very end, whereas Emerald, you fight him at the very beginning. His next Pokemon, Roselia, level 44, Grass Poison type with the moves Leech Seed, Toxic, Magical Leaf, and Giga Drain. I mentioned the Poison type thing because, well, just to remind you, its ability is Poison Point, which if you hit it with a physical attack, it can poison you. Of course, if you have a Poison type or a Steel type attacking it, you don't have to worry. But just letting you know. And yeah! I was hoping for a freeze. Okay, don't defrost. Oh my god! Ice Beam's freeze was actually useful! It took until the end of the series! But it was! God, every time I ever froze, it always defrosted immediately. It didn't even affect it. Ah, god, that was just painful. I have my whole team of 6 here because I do want to use all of them for this important fight. Next Pokemon is Delcatty with the moves Sing, Feint Attack, Charm, and Assist. Not very good of a Delcatty, to be honest. This thing, well then again, since when is there a cute Delcatty, period? Or cute Delcatty, good Delcatty! Not a very good Delcatty, not cute Delcatty. All Delcattys are cute, but still, just... Oh, my mispronunciations, I amaze me sometimes. Okay. Now, his strongest Pokemon, he's actually sending out it a bit earlier than he normally does. Gardevoir. Yes, that little Ralts that we helped him catch, which he got this from my dad for free. I had to work for my starter Pokemon, and my dad doesn't believe in me, and just all like, what? Well, you know what? I have had enough. Psychic, Double Team, Future Sight, Calm Mind. I'm hitting you with a Shadow Ball, and it's gonna like it, because that's a physical attack. Your Calm Mind can't do crap to me. You can't even touch me because your only offensive moves are Psychic type, and I'm Dark. So screw you, Wally! Screw you! And it didn't go down. I said screw you! Come on! Why won't you let me screw you, Wally? I can explain. Anyway, it's doing Double Team as you would expect it to, because he's not going to use any more items, but it doesn't matter because we just Shadow Ball him, and yeah. So, now down to his last Pokemon. Normally that would have been his last Pokemon. Don't know why he resorted to using it early, but he did. I guess because Blaziken was a fighting type and his counter-picking AI said to use it. His last Pokemon, Magneton Thunderbolt, Tri-Attack, Screech, Supersonic. have a ground type, if you have a ground rock type, you could pretty much wall this thing quite easy. Plus, chances are you have Earthquake on a ground rock type by this point in the game. Just picked up Geodude, I guess. But then again, having a ground rock type really isn't worth it just for this one fight because, like I said, the last third of the game, you're just crossing water all the time. Speaking of that, we're pretty much done fighting exclusively water types. It took like how many episodes, but we're almost done. There'll be very few water types from here on out. I couldn't be today, Mill, but one of these days, I'll catch up to you. Now, Wally, you can rematch in your Pokénav occasionally throughout the rest of the game. Just as kind of an after-game type thing. We might fight him again, I haven't really decided, but for the time being, I'm going to head back out to the Pokemon Center, I'm going to get my HM Slave, and then we're going to press forth. And I've decided that the Pokemon that is going to be getting the shaft for this area is the Pokemon that I've given the shaft the least throughout the series. I have had a couple times where I gave Kappa the shaft. I think I had one time where I gave Teddy the shaft when we went to Mount Pyre. A Cool Tent got it once. Pandora got it once. Altera, I think, hasn't gotten it yet because I do need its flying around the game, which, granted, I guess I could give Altera the shaft, but in all honesty, I think it's Mogami's turn. Even though it is my starter, it is my highest leveled Pokemon, and it's really close to getting another level, so I think it kind of needs the experience the least out of everything I have. Plus, on top of that, we're going to be fighting a lot of rock types, and while I have fighting type moves, it just all around is, well, not the greatest in the world for that. But actually, hang on, let me think about this a moment. I'm thinking so, it's not really close to any moves I want, because the next move it gets is Sky Uppercut, and that's not till level 59, which granted would be nice for this last area, but I don't really need it. So, my HM Slave for this area, because we need Flash and Rock Smash in addition to the Waterfall that I taught Kappa, because we have Strength on Teddy and Surf on a Cool Tent, I'm going to be using Pikachu, because believe it or not, Pikachu can actually learn Rock Smash. Don't know how, maybe like it slaps the rock with its tail or something. Don't know how it learns it, and I should be going down, not up. Used to the HMs being at the top for whatever reason. But yeah, I want to teach Pikachu Rock Smash. So yeah, I probably had people in the comments telling me like, no it can't learn Rock Smash while I was going to go teach it. Probably had at least somebody saying that, because I'll admit, I didn't believe it myself either, so I do not blame you at all for thinking that Pikachu can't learn Rock Smash and that I was just being a liar. So we're going to have Pikachu as our HM Slave through this last area. Kind of fitting, because I've never used a Pikachu in my LP, aside from that one time in the Registeel battle. So this is my first LP of actually using a Pikachu. Which a lot of people always want me to use one, but I never actually do. I don't know, maybe that'll change in the future, who knows. But with our level 43s, Mogami and the PC, let's set off into Victory Road. Now here in Victory Road, there's only one item that I really want to get. Granted, I probably will end up getting most, if not all, the items like I usually do, but there's only one item that I really want to get, and that is the TM for Psychic. You can't get the TM for Psychic until you're here. TM 29, I believe, is what it is. And it's just, it is all around an amazing TM. You should definitely pick it up if you have anything that attacks specially. I don't think there's anything in my team that I'd really give it to, but I will be showing how to get it just because it's very, very important to a lot of people, understandably so. And with a lot of bad luck, looks like we're starting off here by fighting a Magneton with Kappa. Let's test out Waterfall. 85 power, so it's taking a hit in power. Or 80 power, I mean. Wow! I knew Kappa was alright at using these moves, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite that good. But then again, it was a critical, so that was going in. And of course, as soon as I get rid of Mogami, I am fighting tons of Pokemon that Mogami can just make quick work of, because Earthquake would have just annihilated this guy. And yet, I don't have him. Or him. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is him. Even though the person that it's named after is a female, still. I probably should have done Hyper Beam, because Muck can be kind of defensive. Yeah, okay. And it's doing... And yet it stays the same size anyway. And with Muck using Minimize, does that mean it just becomes a Grimer? Because that's the one thing. Muck is just Grimer, only bigger. That is actually something that I want to talk about here. That's something that I've been meaning to bring up for a while. I gotta say this, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of people to disagree with me, but I'll say this. If Red and Blue was any game besides the first game in the series, people would think it was the worst game in the series. Now, granted, I like Red and Blue. It was the game that got me started on the series, like many others. I like the game. But I don't think it's aged as well as most people think it has. I just don't think it's that amazing of a game, and I don't think the Pokemon in it are anything special. Because think about how many evolutions are just 2 or 3 of the first Pokemon in the family. Like Muck being just a bigger Grimer. Heck, Poliwrath just being Poliwhirl when it gets angry. It's just... There's so many things like that in the game. And then you have Pokemon that are just... not only the same Pokemon, only bigger. You have the ones that are like 2 or 3, like Dodrio's just Dodo with an extra head. Dugtrio's just 3 Diglets. Magneton is 3 Magnemites. And then there's some that aren't even really, like... They don't even really branch off from just an animal. I mean, look at Tauros. It doesn't look any different from just a normal bull. It's got the 3 tails thing, but it doesn't really have anything that sets its design apart from a real animal. There's a lot of Pokemon like that just flat out are real animals. I mean, heck, a seal named Seal? Really? But yeah, that's something that I've wanted to get off my chest. Is just that I really don't think that Kanto is that great of a region. I don't think it's really as great as everyone says. And if it was any game but the first, a lot of people would probably say that it had the most uncreative Pokemon, because they do branch off into the designs in the later games, but, you know, they're kind of more complex now. They actually try to make them unique creatures that aren't just animals or just, evolutions that are just the same thing, only bigger. I like that, and I think that they don't really get enough credit for doing that. I mean, granted, there are some Pokemon that don't do it for me, like... I can't really say Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux don't do it for me in the later games, because I actually kind of like those in a so bad it's good way, but... yeah. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. We're fighting Roselia here. It's level 45. I'm having trouble killing it because Ice Beam is just barely not beating it, and this person's a jerk and has full restores. So, I'll go for Waterfall, I guess. So, did that. Good. And level 44. So now I'll just use a Peach Berry to heal off that poison. And looks like we'll be good. So, looks like we're done with the first floor of Victory Road. We got the item that was here. And 14 Peach Berries. Okay. It's official. Trainers in Victory Road, take note. Poisoning me is a complete and utter waste of time. So don't even bother. We'll throw a cool tent out in front because we haven't seen enough of water types in this video, obviously. Here we have a Flash and Strength puzzle. This puzzle, if you don't have Flash, is a jerk. I've done it without Flash before, but it's extremely trial and error. So just to make everything easier, I'm going to use Flash. As you see here, you can push these boulders any direction, pretty much. You can push them 1 of 3 ways. You have to push them the correct way, and if you don't have Flash active, it's tough to tell which way you're supposed to push it. So you just push it into the crevice where it fits without blocking your way, and that's really how you're going to do this. Rock Smash. I think there's an item hidden behind her. I don't know why they'd bother hiding an item here, because you have to have Rock Smash to progress in this room. Anything over here? A trainer battle! Thought I'd get me close to the Pokemon League. I'm getting stage fright. Okay. Now, where do I... Oh, that could have been bad, and I think it was. Crap. Well, actually, no, I had to push it that way. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is fine. So, we use Rock Smash here, and we have an item right there. Now, most of the items, I believe, here are Ethers and Elixirs, which are meant to help you through the last battles, because you have to do them all in a row. Okay, that wasn't. But just saying, a lot of the items here are Ethers and Elixirs to help you through the last battles of the game, because through those, you have to fight them without any real breaks to go to a Pokemon Center. So as a result, you end up having a lot of times where you're running low on PP of your moves. So it's generous of them to do this. Really generous. And I think this was actually the way we were supposed to go, so... What do you say I go back really quick and see what was on that other path? Because I thought for sure that this was the optional path. Okay, so back at the Rock Smash Rock. That was really great. Rock Smash, Rock Smash, Rock Smash, Rock Smash, Rock. We want to use Rock Smash on these 2 boulders. And I am not sure what's beyond there, but if I recall, what we have to do is we have to push this one down and push the other one up if we want to get through here. So we use that. Teddy, show them your feats of strength! Move the boulders by yawning at them! And we have a trainer battle once more. To win your way through the Pokemon League, you need to trust your Pokemon. Trust in your Pokemon! Just like I told you to trust in your dentist! And those blue socks are pretty cool. Not gonna lie, those are actually pretty cool looking socks. But I guess now that we are here, we have just a Claydol to fight. I mean, I probably should have switched because it's part Psychic type, but I'm pretty confident that I can take it out. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Luckily, Sandstorm does not give the defense boosts like it does in Diamond and Pearl because that was not yet implemented. But I'm going to take a little bit of damage, and if I can get through this fight only taking this much damage, considering that it's a Psychic type... Okay, this is getting really old. There's a lot of trainers with full restores here to kind of get you used to how the last battles are going to be, because get used to seeing trainers using full restores whenever their Pokemon are weak, because they're going to be doing it a lot. And I just realized Claydol has boobs drawn onto its body in the right place. And oddly, they have these weird daggers coming out of them. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of defense mechanism. I don't know, but I just noticed that, and it's kind of weird. So that does it for Shannon. Your relationship is built on solid trust. Yeah. My Pokemon and me, our relationship is built on equality, because I said so! And I think this is just taking us... Oh, wait, no, never mind. It is a different path. Okay. So what's here? Is this the TM I wanted? PP up. Okay. I kind of wanted that, I guess, for my Giga Drain. Not that I was really hurting without it. Here we have an Ultra Ball that's hidden, should you want to catch anything in here, which I guess I could also mention. There's no new Pokemon to be found in this area, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So, no new Pokemon in this area. Nothing. It's entirely Pokemon you found before or evolutions of Pokemon you found before. So, the late game, I have to say, doesn't really introduce more. I mean, granted, Victory Road hasn't really been known as a place for catching Pokemon aside from legendary Pokemon like Moltres and Terrakion being some of the few exceptions. I guess Dano. But yeah. So we are now into the third area of Victory Road, but I think we're going to end this off here because we got quite a bit done and made quite a bit of progress, as well as got a major boss fight out of the way. So next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're going to keep clawing our way towards the final battle. See you guys then.